sure that you guys can see. If I give you something such as this, 3x plus 2x plus 1 equals 26. Okay, if I give you a question like that, you should be able to do this one right now. I mean, what would I do first? If I give you 3x plus 2x plus 1 equals 26. Yes, ma'am?
Yeah, 5x.
Could I put the 1 with it also?
No.
Why?
There's no x.
There's no x.
There's no x at
So
then.
3x and 2x is 5x plus 1 is 26. Then we subtract 1. The 1's cancel, so we have 5x equals 26 minus 1, which is 25. Divided by 5.
1 equals 1.
X equals 25 over 5, which is 5. Nothing new there. That's an old problem. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand. If I give you something like this, though, 4x minus 3 equals 6x. Let's make it 4x plus 3 minus, let's make it 11, I think. Let's do that. Now, I want to be very clear on this, okay? Are 4x and 6x, are those like terms?
Yep.
Yes, they are. They both have x. Can I put them together?
No.
No. Why?
Because they're on opposite sides.
What separates the sides?
The
Equal sign.
Equal sign. Good. If they're on the same side, you can just put them together.
Yeah.
If they're on different sides, you can't just put them together. So here's what you do. If you have an x or whatever variable you're using, y, z, a, b, c, whatever you're using, if you have it on both sides, get rid of one of them, and it doesn't matter which one you get rid of. But I think it's easier if you get rid of the smaller one. And what I literally mean is, what's smaller, 4x or 6x? I mean, 4x. 4 is smaller, okay? Do you know what happens if I get rid of the bigger one? Why?
Because you have to.
Well, let's do this. The way I get rid of the 4x is I subtract 4x to each side. If I got rid of the 6x, I'd subtract 6x to each side. You'd have negatives, which is okay. But it's just harder. Yeah, I think it's easier if you have positive numbers. I just think it's easier that way, okay? So if you have an x on each side, get rid of one of them and get rid of the smaller one, not the bigger one, okay? So if I do that, these cancel, we're left with 3. 6x minus 4x is 2x minus 11. And then it's an old problem. Yes, ma'am? You definitely add 11 to each side. We do that, we have 3 plus 11 is 14. We all done?
No.
When are we done?
When you get
x is by itself.
Sure, well, last thing we got to do is
Divide.
divide by 2, divide by 2. X
7 equals
is
x.
14 divided by 2, which is 7. Okay? So the only thing really new so far, if you have an x on each side,
Yeah.
get rid of the smaller one. That's all it is.
Only thing that's different about this is the being or on both sides of the
Mhm.
equation.
Yep. Hey, do me a favor, close the lid up there, okay? I'll give you plenty of time that you can, whoops, I don't want to clear that. I want to put the problems up on the board, though. So, okay, so let's look at question number 3. Question number 3, we're going to work through the odds for a while. Again, I'm not going to do a ton of them with you because of the people that are gone today, plus I want to give people a chance to get caught up if they're not. 15 minus 2x equals 3x. Okay, 3x. So, we have an x on each side. We're going to get rid of the smaller x. Now, be careful here. Some of you might be going, oh, well, let's get rid of 2x. 2x is smaller than 3x. 2x is smaller than 3x. That's not 2x. It's negative 2x. So how do you get rid of a negative 2x? Add 2x. Add 2x. Those cancel. We're left with 15 equals 3x plus 2x, which is 5x. Now we got one more thing to do. Divide 5. We do that, we have x equals 15 divided by 5, which is 3. Let's look at question number 5. Let's do that. Let's move this a little bit. Number 5. 5p minus 9. I don't have a problem if you change your p's to x's or whatever. I really don't care. 2p plus 12. Okay. So what are we going to do? We put together 2p and 5p and make it 7p?
No, we get rid of the small,
So which one?
which would be 2.
2p. And we do that by subtracting 2p. Minus 2p, minus 2p, 5p, take away 2p is 3p, minus 9 equals 12. And we have to get rid of the 3 and the 9. Let's make sure we haven't forgotten what I taught you before. Which one first, 3 or 9?
We want to get rid of the 9.
Why?
It's because it's,
Because it doesn't have an x.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not the way, I'm not saying it's wrong. Okay.
Because
what-
we have to get 3p by
You have to get
itself.
x by itself.
Yeah, But when you have two numbers to get rid of, the way I explain it is, what makes it farther away?
The equation sign.
The minus sign, yeah, the minus sign, okay? So we can get rid of a minus 9 by plussing 9, plussing 9. These cancel, left with 3p equals 12 plus 9 is 21. Then finally, divide by 3. P is 21 divided by 3, which is 7. Hopefully it feels like we're doing basically the same problem over and over and over, because we kind of are. 7. There is actually one other thing we'll have to talk about. I don't know if we're going to talk about it today. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow. It's a little tricky, not too bad, but a little tricky. Number 7 says 5t plus 16, 5t plus 16 equals 6 minus 5t. Now, we kind of already addressed this once. I'll say it again though. Does it really matter which t to get rid of? They're both 5t. They're both just as big as the other, aren't they? So does it really matter which t I get rid
No,
of?
negative.
Yeah, one of them's 5t, the other one's negative. So which one are you getting rid of?
The
Negative.
Right, because are negatives
Plus.
always smaller than positives?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they are. Negatives are always positive. So we plus 5t here, and plus 5t here. We do that, we have 5t and 5t, that's 10t, plus 16 equals, the 5t's cancel, and we're left with 6. Okay.
Now
Then
you
we,
need to get rid of 16.
so we minus 16 to each side. These cancel, we're left with 10t equals 6 minus 16, that's 10. Careful, it's not 10.
Wait, it's not? Oh, it's not.
It's negative 10. Negative 10. 16 minus 6 is 10. I want to make sure we understand that. When you switch the order around, you don't get the same thing. You know what you get? The opposite, okay? So for example, if I told you 87 minus 42 is 45, you know what 42 minus 87 is? Negative 45. Just the opposite. When you switch the order, you get the opposite, okay? Then we divide by 10. And what's negative 10 divided by 10?
Divided by 10, negative 100?
What's 10 divided, not times.
No, not times, so it's,
Split $10 10 ways.
One.
Negative 1.
now it's time for 9.
Okay. Number 9. Let's see, what's 9 say? 7 plus 3, oops, x's or z's, it doesn't really matter. X's. 7 plus 3x. Is 12x equals 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1. Now this one's a little bit different, not much, but a little bit. True or false? I can put all of the x's together.
No.
No. True or false? I can put some of the x's together.
Yeah.
Yes. Which ones?
12x and
Why? 2 words.
Because they're on the same side.
Same side. Same side. You can't put that other 3x with it. Not yet. We're going to deal with that eventually. So what's a positive 3 and a negative 12? Well, 12 minus 3 is negative 9x equals 3x plus 1. Okay. Now we have an x on each side. Which one are you going to get rid of? The 9 or the 3?
Wait, no, the negative.
Good. I mean, technically 3 is less than 9, but that's not 9. That's negative 9x. So we add 9x. Add 9x. The 9x is canceled, we're left with 7. 3 and 9 is 12x plus 1. Then we subtract 1 to each side. 1's farther away from than the 12 from the x, so 7 minus 1 is 6. And be careful, some students are getting a big hurry here and they're going to miss this at the very end. They're going to divide by 12. Like, oh, the answer's 2. 6 divided by 12 is 2. No, it's not. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 6 divided by 12, though, is not 2. Okay? Can we, what's that? It's definitely 0.5. Or, what goes into 6 and 12? Besides 3 does, there's something bigger? 6 does. 6 goes in once, 6 goes in twice. You said 0.5. She says 1/2. Who's right? Both are, okay? Now, if you put in 6/12 on the computer might say you're wrong because it simplifies. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Just simplify. If you can simplify it, simplify it. Okay? But I don't care if it's 0.5 or 1/2. It really doesn't matter. Neither answer is any better than the other. Okay. Just want to see something here. 3 more. 3 more, and then we'll stop for today. Other than if people need to finish up assignments. 10, G plus 5. That doesn't work real well. You want to go maybe in a Baines room or something and sharpen it? Mine doesn't. That sharpener is terrible. Let's see. 10, G plus 5 equals 2G plus 9. What's different about this one? One word. It's got parentheses, and then you're going to what? What'd you say? You're going to distribute. So we take 10 times G is 10G, plus 10 times 5 is 50, then distribute 2 on the other one. 2 times G is 2G, plus 2 times 9 is 18. Now it's just like the problems we've been doing. Once you distribute, do it just like we did the other ones, okay? We're gonna
Is
get
that 50 or 5G?
50, 50.
50.
Okay, now you want to get rid of the 2G.
Why not 10G?
Because that's big. You want to
Good.
get rid of this one.
Right. Is it wrong to get rid of the 10G?
No?
No, but you can have negatives, and we don't like negatives, myself included. Minus 2G to each side.
Really? It just
Find
fits
one?
over that.
What's that?
He's not.
Oh, want to try just see if you can go to another classroom and see if you can borrow real quick a pencil sharpener? Because I don't know. All right, so we have 10 minus 2 is 8G plus 50 equals, these cancel, 18. Then what?
You got to get rid of 50.
Got to get rid of 50 by subtracting 50. Okay, the 50s cancel, we're left with 8G. 50 minus 18 is 32. So what's 8? It's negative 32. Very good, negative 32. The last thing we do is divide by 8. And negative 32 divided by 8 is negative 4.
G equals -4?
G is negative 4. Okay, 2 more to go, I think. I'll say 13 and 15, and then we'll stop for today. So number 13. Okay. Now, a word I have not talked to you about yet. It's a very simple word. It's a very important word, though. The word of in mathematics means multiply. Keep that in mind. You hear of, that means multiply, okay? And I bring that up for this particular problem. This has fractions. But it's not going to be that bad. They give us 2/3, 3x plus 9. And what? Equals -2. Well, it's not, that other thing wasn't as important on this one. Find one?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Okay. This is where it gets a little tricky, okay? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make this 3 into a fraction. You guys know how to make anything into a fraction? Yes, ma'am. Put a 1 under it. Put it over 1.
-6?
Say it again.
-6 at the end.
Right here?
That's
That's
Yeah.
a positive 6, plus 6. So let's put over 1 and over 1, okay? When you times fractions, timesing fractions is really easy. You multiply the tops and you multiply the bottoms. So if we do that, what's 2 over 3 times 3 over 1? 2 times 3 is 6 over 3x plus 18 over 3 equals -2 times 2x is negative 4x. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Now, it looks like we got nasty fractions there, and we kind of do, but not really. Because what is 6 divided by 3? 2x. Plus 18 divided by 3 is 6. That's not that bad. Now there's no fractions. Okay, what are we going to get rid of?
You want to get rid of the 2x.
Why?
Then this one. Wait, no, you want to get rid of
Negative
Negative 4x. So what do we subtract 4x? Add 4x. Add 4x. add 4x. 2x and 4x is 6x plus 6. Now be careful here.
Equals negative
Equals
12.
good. A lot of students will put down 12. It's not 12. It's negative 12.
Negative 12.
There's a negative in front of that.
Bam, now I need to get rid of the 6.
Which one? The one with the x, the one by itself?
By itself.
Minus 6 to each side. These 6's
Now
cancel.
Negative 18.
Good. A lot of students will say it's negative 6. It's negative 18. Divide by 6. X is negative 18 divided by 6, which is negative trace.
Negative 3.
Yep.
Last one.
Last one for today, unless you have to catch up on the previous section.
15.
15. So on 15 we have what? 10,
Probably really
2y
wrong.
plus 2. No, 10, 2y plus 2. But my point is this. 10, 2y plus 2. Let me write it down here first. Minus y equals 2. 8y minus 8. Okay? My point is this. I'm going to pick on somebody right here. Okay? So I think she has, there's several of you that really have this down. I think Melania. What's the answer to this? Very good. I don't know it either. She understands pretty good, but these, we're to the point now, we can't do this in our head.
Is that a
You,
negative
you
y?
got to be able to do it on paper. Negative y, yep.
Looks like
That's my point. I'm not picking on Melania. I'm just saying she's pretty sharp at this stuff, but even she can't figure this stuff in her head. You got to know the process.
Is this gonna be on the test tomorrow?
Yes.
There's no test tomorrow.
Well, when is the test?
It's in English or something. I don't know. Our test? I don't know. When we get done with the chapter.
Okay. Oh,
I will tell you when we have a test, okay? And we will study. If I'll tell you right now, if you come into class on the day of a test and you go, "We have a test today," that tells me, because we'll spend at least 2 full days reviewing for the test. I mean, if you walk in and go, "We have a test today," I'll be like, "Okay, you ain't ready for it." So yeah, I'll always announce tests. Yes, sir.
Alright, so wouldn't the bottom one end up being, wouldn't it just be, wouldn't it be 3?
The final answer? Oh, I have no idea. For this one, I don't have any idea. I don't know. I can't. Like I said, Melania can't figure it out. I can't figure it out either. I gotta show some work.
You'd have to do the 10,
Well, let's do that. So what's this gonna be?
so that would be 20.
20 what?
Y.
Plus
20.
20. Do I times that by 10?
No,
Why?
because it's not in the parentheses.
It's not in the parentheses. Equals, what's that gonna be?
That was the 16.
16 what?
Y.
Minus what?
16.
Minus 16. I still don't know the answer yet. Seriously, I don't know. Can I clean this up a little bit? Can I put
Yeah.
anything together? Sure, what can I put together?
We can get 19y.
20y and negative 1y is 19y's plus 20 equals 16y minus 16. Okay, now what?
And then at this point,
Now get rid of the
you have to get rid of
16y,
Why 16y?
because it's lower than
Okay.
19y.
So we subtract 16y on each side.
No, but yeah.
And now it's 3y.
Okay, I'm gonna pick on you. Were you doing it all in your head?
Yeah, I got
And
it.
it's really hard. You made a mistake. That's why you got, and I'm not picking on you, I'm just saying, you gotta do it on paper, because these are, I don't care how smart you are, everybody gets to a point where you can't do them in your head. So 3y plus 20 is what, 16?
Yep.
Really?
No, negative 16.
Negative 16. 2 more steps.
Plus 16. each side.
Well, we
No.
could.
Yeah, you
minus
could,
20.
yeah,
What's
you
minus
could
the 20?
and then-
And then it would be negative 36.
So 3y equals those cancel, negative 36. Last thing we do.
No.
By 3.
Anybody know what 36 divided by 3 is?
Yes, 12.
6.
So it's gonna be
No,
negative
12.
12 because it's negative 36. Okay? All right. Okay, the rest of the time is yours. You can work on the previous assignment or something else. Or you study for tomorrow's test. All right?
Yeah, let's study.
People that are home, we're not having a test
Back
tomorrow.